Good morning, afternoon, and or evening. This is Professor Silly playing as Tony Stark. I have successfully tracked down the man who killed my wife and took my son. Before we were able to speak, he attacked and I had to kill him. Fortunately, there was a computer console and I confirmed he was working for the Institute. The Institute does have Sean, and so obviously I need to bring the Institute down. Unfortunately, I've spent about a day going through this facility looking for tech that I could use. I'm almost out of water, completely dehydrated, and I still need to get back to civilization, if you can call it that. Now, I shouldn't ignore the possibility that perhaps the Institute knows what I did here and they will come after me, so I'll have to make sure that I'm prepared for that. But at the same time, I've been here almost a whole day and they haven't shown up, so perhaps I've got some time to make sure I'm ready. Alright, still a little dehydrated, but only mildly so. I need to hightail it back to Diamond City, so no time like the present. I've got no time to lose.
People of the Commonwealth.
If this is the Institute, I think I may be screwed.
Do not interfere. Our intentions are peaceful.
Well, we'll see about that. I'd very much like to get up there and see what all they have up there.
We are the Brotherhood of Steel.
Oh. Not the Institute. Okay, so like that Paladin guy that I met. Brotherhood of Steel. Got it. And if they're just arriving now, just a week after I woke up, is that coincidence or what? Now, of course, I have no intention of joining their little army, but nonetheless, that might be an organization that I will want to at least remain friendly with, depending on what I find. Alright, assuming the dam is still intact, it looks like that's probably going to be my best route over the river, so I just need to make my way back to Diamond City with as little trouble as possible. Alright, so far so good. Got some angry deer, some pissed off mosquitoes, but other than that, it's been fine. You know, just that lingering sound of those vertibirds. Alright, what do we got up here? Alright, we've got an initiate, vertibird flying overhead, and sounds of gunfire, sounds of fight. Hey, super mutant, and that one's got a nuclear thingy. Alright, little assisted targeting, and perfect. Alright, you're welcome, Brotherhood. Man, those things are destructive. Alright, just this one last one left. Reload real quick. Plenty of distance. No problem. Go down. Go down. There we go. Alright, hopefully it's smooth sailing the rest of the way into the city. Alright, please be alive. Please be alive. Please be alive.
Come on, Nikki. I'm just asking for your opinion. It'd be a great quote.
He's my client, Piper. Why don't you learn not to snoop on a man's private affairs?
Well, well, speak of the devil.
You're back. And not with your son. What happened?
You were right, Nick. Kellogg did have my son. But that wasn't all. He was working with the Institute. He gave them Sean.
The Institute? Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, friend. Truly. That makes things considerably more complicated.
He ain't kidding. Heck, Nick's a synth, and even he doesn't know how to get in.
No synth does. Security protocols strip those memories out.
I need to find a way.
I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Man like that would have had access. In and out.
Yeah, but I'm guessing he wasn't the surrender and talk type, was he?
He's dead, Nick.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
He wasn't gonna talk. Even if I had a way of bringing him alive.
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. his brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
Who's this Dr. Amari?
I'll let her give you her life story in person. Let's stay focused. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so... who's coming with you?
I have to go to the memory den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
It's you and me, Nick.
Let's get going. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
Well, you two are out. I'm gonna do some more research. I'll be at the public if you need me. And by the way, at some point, you owe me an interview. I want to hear how this whole story got started.
I mean, maybe I'll talk to her, maybe I won't. All right, hopefully this lead pans out. We'll head to Good Neighbor, and we'll see what this Dr. Amari has to say.
Just looking for a hand.
Okay, everybody stop talking to me at once. Weirdos. All right, it is actually pretty late, so even though I'm not really feeling tired, let's go up to Kellogg's old place, get a good night's sleep, then in the morning, restock on water, ammo, maybe another fusion core, and then we'll be on our way. All right, looks like we've got some decent weather, and I saw the doctor, so I had an infection, got the infection taken care of, got my rads taken care of. I think we're gonna try to walk along.
We got purified water inside the city.
Thank you. I think we're gonna walk along the river as much as possible, so that I only have to worry about potential enemies being on only one side of me, not on both sides of me. I think that makes the most sense. All right, we're getting close. Found this missile launcher on a. There was a super mutant on a overhead walkway. Fortunately, I was able to get rid of him without him even firing a shot, so I have all of his missiles as well. Alright, we got a lot of blind spots up here. I need to be very careful. I thought I heard something. Maybe saw some movement in this building. Let's try to get a better vantage point. It looks like there's a campfire. Oh, there's definitely movement in there. And it sounds like one of them super mutants. Alright. I definitely don't want this thing to... I don't want the missile to hit right next to me and cause me damage. I need to get a clear shot. There we go. Pip-Boy's picking up movement, so I don't think he was alone. Let's try to get another clear shot from another angle. See movement? Oh, there he is. Alright, let's just line it up. Excellent. And Pip-Boy's still picking up movement. I think there might be another, although I don't have eyes on him. Do I bother, or do I just move on? I still hear them in there. Are they following me? I don't see eyes. Don't have eyes on anybody, either on my level or above. Yeah, I can still hear them, but I think we just move on. Are we here? We are here. Excellent. Oh, sounds like there's another vertebrate up ahead, up above. No matter. Let's go ahead, get in, and let's find this memory den place.
Well, it's the detective. Tracking down another wayward husband to his mistress?
Why? Someone stand you up?
You trying that, what do you call it? Evasive language on me? And who are you, huh? Valentine's new dick in training?
We're hiring, but I don't think you'd measure up.
Don't be like that. You just got the look of someone who's in the market for a little insurance.
Unless it's keep dumb assholes away from me insurance. I'm not interested.
Now don't be like that. I think you're gonna like what I have on offer. You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
Time out. Nick Valentine makes a rare visit to town, and you're hassling his friend here with that extortion crap? Good to see you again, Nick.
Hancock?
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new man.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You all right, brother?
I'm fine. Thanks for taking care of him.
Good. Now don't let this incident taint your view of our little community. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Of the people, for the people? Brother.
I can tell I'm gonna like you already. Just consider this town your home away from home. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Wow, I'm really glad I came with Valentine. This town obviously has a very different flavor from Diamond City. Let's do some trading and then let's go get to this memory den.
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big fool.
You're quite the smooth talker, Valentine, aren't you? Alright, let's head downstairs.
Dr. Amari?
Yes, I take it this isn't a social call.
This one's all yours, Nick.
We need a memory dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Isn't there some way to make this work?
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Nick's an older model synth. Is he compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit there.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay? I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doctor.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. Is that your son? This
Wasn't my
appears to be a
idea
very
to settle
recent
down
one.
with the kid in the middle of Diamond
Good
City.
news, I think.
I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Okay. So this is the house that we've found. That's exactly how he looked. That must be Sean. That means, what, 4 years have gone by? Makes sense.
Kellogg.
It's okay.
Oh, hello.
One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything.
That's not a human, is it?
So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
All the synths I've seen have not
Left?
looked fully human. I've
As in?
heard
He's gone rogue.
that there would be
Name's
synths
Dr.
that
Brian
look
Virgil.
fully human, but I
We
hadn't
know he's
seen
hiding
any
somewhere
evidence
in
of
the glowing
that.
sea. Here's his file.
Glowing sea.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or
I wonder if
just
he is a
elimination?
prototype or if there's a
Elimination.
lot of these.
He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys?
God, Sean
Damn.
looks so much like his mother.
So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and
Well, it doesn't look like he's being
Virgil.
harmed in any way,
You're taking me
so
home to my father?
there's that.
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Wow, he doesn't even know about his real parents. That's really upsetting. Why are they just standing there?
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Oh, hello.
Bye.
Teleportation.
Agreed.
Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as
Yeah.
soon as you're ready.
This does change everything, doesn't it?
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good, but I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes, their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
Then he's dead already. It's a waste of time.
No, he must have gone there for a reason. He has to be alive. He must have been prepared for it. Look, we don't have any options left. You have to go after him. Through that sea of radioactive ash.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Okay. If they have the technology to teleport, that's not... I mean, that's not like frightening levels of technology, although it's definitely something I need to be concerned about. I need to prepare for. So, obviously going to want to find this doctor, but I'm trudging across. Basically, I'm taking it the glowing sea is where the bombs fell. Trudging across there, even in this power armor, even if I modify it to be more protective against radiation, doesn't sound like the greatest of ideas. So, I might need to consider who all I want as allies in this upcoming battle. So let's think about this in terms of, you know, from highest power levels on down. The Brotherhood of Steel, they have vertibirds. Now, if I could convince them to loan me a vertibird, then we could just fly to where we need to go. That makes a whole hell of a lot more sense than walking across irradiated craters.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg? Is that you?
What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me. But that suit of power armor you've got on might be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Radaway you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.
Alright, so yeah, I think talking to the Brotherhood of Steel is probably my best option at this point, because if I can get my hands on a vertibird, that's going to make life much, much easier. Now, of course, I'm going to want to get some sleep. It's getting late, I'm pretty sure. It's dark out, right? Definitely. Alright, so yeah, it's nighttime. Let's see if this hotel... The hotel looks like it still exists. Excellent. As far as the Minutemen, I doubt they're going to be much help for me.
You're new around Good Neighbor, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think of the place?
It's changed a lot since the last time I was here.
Been here before. Well, Good Neighbor's definitely come up in the past few years. Mostly since Hancock took over.
Name's Rufus. I do repairs around here. Keep the robots running, sell a bit of scrap, that sort of thing.
I'm usually fixing stuff over at the Hotel Rexford, or drinking that swill down at the third rail. Looking for parts? I also might have a job for you if you're interested.
I'll take a look.
Let me show you what I got.
Alright, anyway, before I was interrupted, so the Minutemen probably not going to be much help against the Institute directly. However, if I could get them working on actual like industrial creation of ammunition and whatnot, that would help. For that matter, building an army of heavily armed robots to help patrol the Commonwealth would be a really nice, it'd be a great thing as far as making everything just a lot safer. So I think after I get my good night's sleep here, we're going to need to head back to Diamond City, and then I'm going to head north. Let's talk to Preston. Let's go up to Sanctuary. Let's reunite with Codsworth. Let's talk with him and see if we can start getting them set up to be a little bit more than just surviving. And then we're going to go to the Brotherhood of Steel, and we're going to see what we can convince them that is in their best interest to help me out. So that's the plan. We need allies. We need some people that are going to be able to give me more access to technology so that I can locate and take down the goddamned Institute.